Then that Tuesday, hopefully we're used to it, systems, and we're moving full speed to get better.
With full speed, I know you said obviously throwing the new cadence out of last week, but do you feel that the offense is starting to get more in click with that?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, a while ago, is offense, we have such an array of things in. In practice, we challenge them to memorize the book. In a game, we challenge them to memorize a chapter, right? And so today there were less MAs actually than a normal practice, even though we're in a game plan prep week, because the menu gets smaller. There may be some variations, but what they have to learn is actually less.
We had a couple days removed from the grind of practice and reviewing film. Anything jump out to you in your reviews of?
I thought there were, I'm not going to go into who, but I thought there were some players who made drastic progress throughout fall camp. And I mean, one kid I won't mention them all, but like Keith Abney. We talk about a dude who showed up, and we're like, okay, freshman, who knows what he's going to do, and crap, we need him. Like, he's a necessary piece of who we are right now. So, I mean, there's a bunch of guys like that. There's 3 to 6 guys in that mold.
Can you talk about being in football shape for your team so far? How do you feel like that's progressed this week as a whole?
Yeah, today we looked better in the first 8-play period, right? We didn't have penalties, right? We had some energy about us in that period. So the key is to not how many periods can you go. The key is can you go 8-play drives with intensity, because football is not a marathon. Football is very 2 to 3 minute bursts, right? It's 4 seconds break, 4 seconds break, 4 seconds break. Can you run 8 15-yard sprints, 8 10-yard sprints in a row, and then get a 5-minute break, right? So we try to simulate that. We'll have a lot of off days coming up to get their legs ready, but when we're out here, we got to simulate the strain of those extended drives to stay in, like you said, football shape.
And then special teams wise, I mean, I know that the kicking seems to be pretty strong. How do you feel about their development, just where they're at?
I feel great. I mean, I think our specialists have done a phenomenal job. On that note, whoever kicked the last kick in that video that we posted the other day on campus, if you haven't seen it, go watch the video of our kickers on campus. The person who kicked the last kick, I mean, we're missing out on an opportunity, because they kicked a hell of a kick. So if y'all haven't seen it, go check it out. It's on the football Instagram.
What was the special teamer's reaction to that kick? Did they talk to you about it at all? Did you ask them?
No, I didn't. I've joked around about them. I said, y'all better watch out. I'm finding them.
Coach, last scrimmage you kind of talked about how you were learning to be on the sidelines. For you, what has been the biggest adjustment kind of going into that head coach role?
Administrative stuff, not the football stuff, the administrative stuff, and then being able to, feel like I can add value to the defensive side of the ball. Not just be offensive driven, be able to go over to defense and say, this is what the offense is looking at. This is why this disguise is so important. This is why if you put the guy in a 4 instead of a 5, it makes this gap scheme so much more difficult. So I love being able to go to both sides of the ball. I would say that's my biggest difference is, there's a lot of offensive guys, a lot of defensive guys out there. I hope people, look at me as a football guy that, in his past coached offense and coached quarterbacks, but I want to be able to coach football, not just offense.
On the note of the defense, Kenny, you talked about the defense having passion on Monday, but having a little bit of trouble controlling their emotion. Do you think they've improved throughout this week?
I do. Now, none of that's built in a day, and if you can't create that adversity every day, or everybody's going to kill themselves. You got to pick and choose, right? When you challenge them in that mold. So the next time that we challenge the offense and challenge the defense at that level of intensity,